YouTube, what's going on, family? This your boy Kwame again. I saw the movie Queen and Slim, and I've thought about doing this analysis, a red pill analysis on it for some time now. And I went back and forth on whether I want to give a review. My conscious content of the review would have to be definitely thumbs down from a red pill perspective. I can definitely see where the messages, the blue pill messages that were placed in this movie, it starts out, and this is going to be some spoilers for all the people that didn't see it. So if you hadn't seen the movie, don't watch the video because I'm going to tell you about it. And I'm going to tell you my perception of how I saw it. It starts out with Slim and Queen in the diner, which is ironic that they named the characters Queen and Slim, and they were never called that in the entire movie. I listened to Later White explanation of why she chose to call her Queen, the character Queen, was because she said that she recognized the royalty or the queenness and the queendom in all women. I can see that from a female perspective. I can definitely see that. But what good is a queen without her king? So why would you call, this is what I'm thinking, why would you call her queen but call the guy that she was with, supposedly riding and dying with, Slim? Well, yeah, figurative and literally, because at the end of the movie they did die together. So why would he just be called Slim? I was having a conversation with someone, and I was telling them from a black man perspective, we don't want to be called Slim. I mean, what's masculine about being called Slim? Nothing. So if a dude come up to another brother and be like, "Hey, Slim, come here," he gonna be like, "Pause, pump the brakes. What's going on?" Because automatically I'm thinking my defenses is up because you didn't call me brother, you ain't call me king, you ain't say son, whatever. You said Slim. I'm gonna take that the wrong way, and most men would take that the wrong way. However, I digress because I'm looking at the fact that names have meaning. You call her Queen, but call him Slim. What subliminal message are you trying to portray in that movie? What, that he can't have royalty in him, or you don't see his royalty, but calling him Slim instead of King? Anyway, so it starts off with them in the diner, and when he's praying, the camera pans on her, and you can see she's clearly irritated by him praying, and I'm like, whoa, where'd that come from? Then I talked to other people about that scene, especially black women, and they were like, "Oh yeah, she was just a bitch. She was, you got black women that are like that." And I'm like, "Yeah, you're right. You got black women that are, I hate to say it, straight bitches sometimes, and they come across with an attitude for no reason." And that entire exchange she had an attitude. Within the first, I'm gonna say, 7 minutes. Yeah, 7 minutes and 26 seconds. She disrespected this man 5 times. I mean, like I say, the whole praying thing, but he was praying, so he wasn't aware of that one. So I'm gonna give him that one. But when she questioned him about his eggs, and he was like, "It ain't even that serious," she had a comment about that. Then he asked her, why did you hit me up and decide to go on a date with me now? Then she went into this whole diatribe about how she didn't want to be alone, and that she chose him because he looked sad and funny looking, or something to that effect. Again, attitude, disrespect right off the top. Like, you can't phrase that no other way. Like, how am I supposed to take that? Then, when he was trying to engage her in dialogue, he was like, "Well, can I ask you a question?" She corrected him. And he even made a point about, like, "Oh, time out, we ain't in school, boom, 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 boom." She had this attitude then when her response was, "Ask your question." Like, where all that extra stuff come from? But again, he ate that. So when he was talking about, which is another thing, because these are two fictional characters, right? So she's a defense attorney, and she got upset, depressed, or angry, or whatever. They didn't really get into the mood, but she didn't want to be alone that day because the state was executing one of her clients. She lost a case and the guy got the death penalty. So she clearly threw out there, without saying it, that she was an attorney. And again, fictional characters, and I know everything, every frame in a movie has a message the director is trying to convey. So you convey the fact that Queen is an attorney and Slim is a cashier at Costco's. How do we know this? Because he was telling Queen about the waitress and said that she had 4 children and alcohol, a husband. And she said, well, how you know this? Like he would lie about something like this, I guess. He said, no, because she come through my line at Costco sometime with a whole bunch of coupons and she can never find her Costco card. And sometimes he lets her use his. And she was like, oh, that's nice of you. Sarcastically, of course. And after that, oh yeah, I almost forgot before I forget this part. So she threw out there, she let that pass, and then she threw out there this part right here where she said, leaned in aggressively type too, right? Like on some like really confrontational, like, is the reason why you took me to this place because this is the only place you like? Do you really like to eat here, or is this the only place you can afford? And again, there's no right way to take that statement because one, you saying you's a bro type dude, and you can't afford nothing better than eating in, I guess, a greasy spoon diner. That's how she took it. So my thing is, again, there's no right way to respond to that. So if I'm stuck in a situation where there's no right way to respond to it, I tend to not say anything. But he shot back, and he handled it pretty good, the character did. He said, no, because it's black owned. He didn't answer the question by saying it's a cheap place or none of that. He didn't even address that issue. He just said because it's black owned. And then her response was, oh, okay, touche. So after that, they left. But my mind is thinking like, okay, she's a clear bitch. Attitude, angry, meaning all the stereotypes of a black woman. Now, all the negative stereotypes, let me rephrase that. All the negative stereotypes of a black woman. And people say, well, she was this horrible person. So it made her look bad, not Slim. And I'm like, you're right. Slim don't look bad as a bad person. He looks like a weak man because no weak man stays on a date like that. That's like one of them hell dates. One of them dates from hell where nothing is going right. And the only reason why I would stay on that date is because, one, it's free food. And, like, it's somebody else we're paying for it. But if I'm paying for it, yeah, I'm not, yeah, definitely not. Because once I pick up the vibe, my time is way more valuable than waste time. So I'm not going to waste time on a bad date. So then they're on the way home. He's taking her home. And I don't understand why. I guess it was some chivalry again. Some blue pill. Definitely some blue pill stuff. Because you're a lawyer. Go out for the first date with this guy. And he drives you to the spot. So you saw where the spot was when you get in his car, he take you to it. So if you didn't want to eat there, all you had to say was, hey, look, I was thinking of something a little bit more upscale. We go there? If not, then take me home. But being that you chose to go there and order a salad or whatever else you ordered, because that's what she ordered, then you need to be a lot more appreciative. That's what I'm thinking. Because she definitely wasn't appreciative of him spending his time and his money. Even if it was, because I doubt for surely she paid for the meal, because she didn't even pay for the gas because he was driving in his car, which was ironically enough everything could have been avoided if they had separate cars. But I digress again. So they're driving, he's taking her home, and he's using the app on the phone to find out where she stay at, which is probably how he got there, using the app on the phone. So she decided, in her thing, to take his phone from him and say, don't worry about it, I get you there. And then she's not even giving out good directions. She telling him, he like, where we go? She points like down here, not like 2 streets over or the next light, whatever. She just say keep going straight. Like, okay, like I need some directions, not just go straight until I can't go straight no more, So that was crazy right there. She take his phone because I'm like, dude, I just met you, and you gonna take my phone from me? That's a very personal and intimate device, and you just gonna just take that. And not only did she take it, she started going through it, looking at his playlist and his music selections and commenting about it. And again, better man than me because he took it. And she was asking about the song, and he made a comment about what's gonna happen next after we get to your house. And then she was like, so what do you think? We're gonna have sex? She was like, nothing. What do you think? We're gonna have sex? And he was like, no, I'm just thinking that, like, we can hang out, chill, get to know each other better. She looked at him, then smirked, and had this really, really, I don't know, it was like, I can't even begin to describe the look that she had on her face. I want to say disgust. I want to say it was like utter disgust or repulsion that she projected on her face and was like, nah, I'm good. Like, nigga, I'm wasting, like, you wasting my time, or like you beneath me type stuff. I mean, it was literally that much contempt in that look and the way she said, no, I'm good. So, for real, I don't blame him. He did the next best thing. He snatched his phone back from her, which in the process caused him to swerve a little, and that's what got him pulled over. So after they got pulled over, the cop, racist or not, at the end of the day, you gotta ask yourself, do I want to be right? Do I want to go home or not? So I'm kind of in an agreement that I want to go home tonight. So of course I'm not gonna like do anything crazy and say anything crazy because I know police are trigger happy these days. So what he did was, he was really consenting. He really was like over the top in his consent and letting the police officer do what he wanted to do. So when he asked the police officer, can you hurry up because it was cold out there, the police officer, I got upset by it. We're going to arrest him or whatever, right? He was going to put him in handcuffs. Whatever happened after that, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure he probably wouldn't have ended up dead because it's like, one, he was telling me get in handcuffs, get on the street and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of hard to explain how a man who's on his knees in handcuffs, you feel the need to shoot him, especially in front of somebody. But hey, it was a movie. You got to suspend your reality for a minute to let the story play out. So he did that. She come out the car. I guess she had her Wonder Woman bracelets and capes on or something, and was like, look, I'm an attorney. Why is this man under arrest? Boom, boom, boom. I didn't even get to the part. I went over the part where when they got pulled over by the cops, she automatically started questioning him, asking him, did he have any warrants, drugs, and guns in the car? I don't know. Me personally, I'm thinking if I have to ask that question, then I probably shouldn't be in the car with you. I'm just saying. That's just me personally. Because I don't know you well enough to be in the car with you that I have to ask this question because people lie. If I had warrants, if I had guns, if I had drugs in the car, would I tell you? I'm thinking not. However, again, I digress. So she stereotyped him, profiled him, thinking like, hey, he probably got warrants, probably got guns or drugs because he's a black man. But he didn't, because he was saying he was not a criminal. So, however, she come out the car, police officer gets upset. For some other reason, he takes a shot at her, hits her in the leg. So Slim, being and I really don't like to use this term, but right now it's the only term that comes to my mind, being Captain Save-A-Hole. Yeah. He decides to, instead of say, hey, I was going to comply before. So instead of, like, she gets shot in the leg, and instead of complying again, he wants to come to her rescue and defend her. So him and the white officer get to fighting for the gun, and he gets the gun away from him and shoots and kills him. So he's standing there in shock because the weight of what he did is like, you can see it's like really palpable. It's like really on him. So after that happens, she makes a decision. Hey, we gotta run. So at that point, to be honest, I really don't get why she ran, because she was a victim. She got shot by him. I mean, the videotape don't show her doing anything other than coming out of the car and getting shot. So that right there is not enough for her to be in trouble. Slim, however, yeah, he's pretty much fucked, because he just shot a white police officer. So it's kind of hard to, like, even if it was self-defense, it's kind of hard to say it was self-defense, because you took the guy's gun, you resisted arrest, all that stuff that they can say that you did, and you killed him. So yeah, but Queen, she could pretty much be like, yeah, the guy was tripping. I don't know what happened. He was like on some other stuff, and he shot me in the leg. I'm just lucky to be alive. I'm gonna sue the city. Pretty much probably how I would have done it. Again, that's not how the story went. And she convinced him to run. But in the process of convincing him to run, and I don't understand this point, she snatched the gun from him. She didn't just take it, she snatched it from him. And when she snatched the gun from him, I was like, that was very emasculating. Like, why would you do that? However, I'm gonna have to make this into a part 2. So I'm gonna end this video for here right now. Look, like, and subscribe to my video. Give me some of your suggestions on other topics you want me to talk about. And my next video will be a part 2. I'll finish up on my red pill analysis of the movie Queen of Slim.